Hello, everybody. My name is Florian Bonanati. I'm founder and managing director of R3 Communications. We basically go in that field where wireless hasn't been yet. So, for example, think about airplanes. There are a lot of cabling inside, and we are working on that with Airbus together to get it out of it. Now, here we go. For that, you need to have a trusted wireless communication first. You need to be able to integrate it in industrial setups, and you need to be able to manage it. And that basically is needed to really take cables out of the way where they still are in critical communication setups, everywhere you go. And that's our mission. And the reason for that is you make products easier, flexibilize it, you make it lighter, and so forth. So you have a lot of costs currently involved, which you take out of the system. And we're working with big companies really to realize that, to bring that to the market. So we're working with Texas Instruments on the chip side, and we're working, for example, with Arrow in order to really make it a scaled business. Now, everybody is familiar with wireless. So we had several waves. First wave is what you use today is basically your cell phones. We had a second wave, which is basically building up in massive IoT systems. And now the technologies are there, the trust is in there in wireless, and now the topic comes into play in critical wireless communication. Wherever you find it, and you find it everywhere, believe me. Now, our focus markets are right now car production, so flexible manufacturing setups. It's customization of aircrafts, not only OEM, but also the aftermarket business. And for example, in building automation. Find interesting use cases in the area of elevators, for example. You have a lot of problems with cabling today, not just in building it, but also maintaining it. For example, in the airplane industry, you have also CO2. Weight is a problem there, and every kilogram basically has a tremendous value. And tomorrow, you can use that in a different way. You can build up your products differently. You can flexibilize your production in a different way. And you have maybe also a better service and a cheaper service, for example, in the building automation area. These markets are huge, and you have a lot of benefits. And this is basically what we address from our company as a revenue. It's not the total market. The markets are, of course, much, much bigger. And these are just the initial markets. So if you go to other markets in the industrial area, you can double these numbers, triple these numbers. So what do we offer? We offer a wireless solution built on standard platforms, on a standard Wi-Fi chipset. So we have access to the lowest layers of this, together with Texas Instruments. We have been able to working with a lot of customers really to integrate it, because this is a big challenge. It's not just like you have a Wi-Fi and install it and it works. It's much more complicated if you go to such kind of products in the end. And we have basically worked on tools really to make it easier in a critical communication sense, which is very different just to manage a Wi-Fi network as maybe it's done here. As I said, we have a technological advantage. We have a long-term path behind us working on that technology. We're working with a big semiconductor company, make it as a cheap product in the end. And we are working on industrial networks for quite a long time. So also we're part of a 5G association in Germany, which is basically pushing this kind of communication into the industry. We follow a big, strong business case. So it ramps up slowly, but when it's there, you sell your products for the next 20, 30 years. You don't get out of that, because if we are in that architecture in these products, they don't get it away that easily. And we're working with the big companies in the world here. Really integrating it already, and now selling also standard products as a standard Wi-Fi infrastructure soon. We are a very experienced team in terms of technology and business experience. Our team below there is very well trained, so we basically have the best type of team for this type of wireless communication in the world. Really competitive to the teams at Huawei or Ericsson or TI. And we have great advisors on our side. Right now, we have raised until to a little more than 3 million euros of venture capital. And we now go for a 10 million round to really scale up this business, to really be in the products and to control, for example, lighting in an airplane in a couple of years. And to sell that to the retrofit market, for example, to Lufthansa Technik. So we will be the market leaders in that. We already have the technology. Nobody has it. 5G is coming. We also use 5G in the future. But we really know how to use it and how to implement it, how to maintain it. And this is basically, as I call, really real deep tech company. So a little bit different what you have heard today, maybe, to some extent. But this is changing the way products are built, the way manufacturing is going to happen in the future. Thank you very much.